Do you struggle getting your dog back on walks? Does the thought of taking your dog off lead at the local park really stress you out? I'm Caroline, I'm head trainer here at Barket and I'm here with my top 3 tips to help improve your dog's focus and reliability in their recall on walks. So let's get training. So my first tip is all about consistency. It's really important that we never stop practicing recall with our dogs. Even when they get older, it's really worthwhile just throwing in the odd recall practice into your walks or into your daily routine at home. It's also important that all family members, your dog walker, whoever it is that's taking your dog off lead outside in the real world is using the same consistent cue or command for the behaviour. If your dog doesn't know what word to respond to, it won't know what to do. So keep that word consistent, whether it's here or come. It can be any word you want as long as everybody's using it in the same way. And if you're using a whistle, make sure that the melody that you're using is also the same. So tip number 2 is all about making recall rewarding. And this will be different depending on what it is that makes your dog really excited. So it might be that it's a really stinky treat like some liver or some hot dogs, or it might be that it's play or chase. Whatever it is that really gets your dog excited is what you need to use to reward them every time they come back to you. Don't ever punish a dog if you haven't managed to get them back and you finally get hold of them, because if you're coming back to a person that's telling you off all the time, you're going to learn not to come back to that person in the long run. But if you're rewarding that dog every single time they come back to you, then that dog is going to want to seek you out on walks. Tip number 3 is don't ever be afraid to go back to basics. There will be certain times in your dog's life where their recall might just go out of the window. And it might just be due to hormones during their adolescence where they just don't need you quite so much and they're a little bit more excited and distracted by the world. Or they might potentially have had a traumatic experience on a walk which makes them more fearful and anxious and unable to focus on you. Whatever it is that's causing your dog's recall to go a little bit off track, you need to go back to basics to allow your dog to learn that everything still is the same. So you might start practicing back in the garden and not letting your dog off lead outside in the real world for a bit. Or perhaps utilising a tool such as a long training lead, which allows your dog a little bit of freedom to explore the world, but you know that you've got control of them and you can practice that recall over and over again reliably without them getting it wrong. If you found these tips useful, and I really hope you have, then I'd love you to come and join us over on Facebook for our 3-week recall challenge. It's an opportunity for you to practice and feed back into a group, following your progress through a worksheet to be able to see how your recall can improve in just 3 weeks. So if you'd like to get involved, head over to facebook.com/Barketplace and have a look for our recall challenge group.